We're jamming to our intro. Welcome back to the 78th episode of Unstabled. I am your co-host, Jeff Steckel, aka Big Stack, and with me, as always, is Justin. You can find him here, sometimes on this AFC South show, and over at Kingmaker Sports for all your Sunday morning football fantasy needs. How are you doing today, man?
Oh, man, pretty good. It's a fantasy playoff season, so things are it's crunch time. But more importantly, I'm just excited to talk some Colts news. Stuff's getting crazy.
Are we? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, there's a lot to dissect, a lot to talk about. But first, get out some little bit of housekeeping. We did hit 90 subscribers, so we are crawling to 100.
Almost there.
And we are doing a giveaway at 100. It'll be a jersey giveaway. But you have to you have to subscribe to us in order to be eligible for that, to be in that pool for the drawing. So make sure you like and subscribe and share while you're at it. Do us a favor. Help us get to 100.
Sure,
yeah. So we are doing that giveaway. We've got hopefully very soon some guests kind of rotating. We're looking for a third chair to Unstabled. So on top of trying to get to that 100 subscribers, that giveaway, be on the lookout for a couple new faces here and there. But yeah, while you're at it, head over to this AFC South show. It's kind of our flagship show where it all started. There's, I don't know how many Jaguar fans we're going to have, but there's Third and Teal, Titans takeaways. I don't think there's any Titans fan. Or no, it's Titans Table for Two. Sorry. That Real Texas Team podcast. So help them out. Give them a like, share, subscribe, talk some smack on our behalf. We'd appreciate it. And if you're here to talk some shit, you're not a Colts fan, that's fine too. We're used to being kind of the punching bag the last few years. So
we love talking it up, man. Hit us up in the chat. We'll talk with you.
Yeah. So this was after an abysmal game in Jacksonville. When you talk about the wheels falling off, this is the definition of literally the wheels falling off. What's going on, Eric? It's always good to see Eric in the comments. He's over at Third and Teal, but he's a loyal dude.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it just about everything that could have gone wrong in Jacksonville went wrong in Jacksonville. Pretty much out of every game, the Colts remained pretty healthy. And then they just came into this game and just disaster. Obviously, Sauce Gardner's been out with a calf. Good news is he didn't go on IR. Buckner's been out. He was eligible to return this week, but didn't. So he's
how
still
painful
out.
Is it missing Buck, bro?
It's bad, dude. It's so bad.
There's an obvious difference.
It's an obvious difference. It's glaring. They run it to his side like that. It's just he's very, very missed. And Seattle is definitely a game where we needed him.
That goes to show like his amount of leadership on that defensive line, like and the whole defense in general. Like when he's not there, it's like the glue is gone. I mean, yes, Zaire is the secondary captain right there, but like, dude, Buck is the captain on that defense.
He's like when you talk about anchors, like he's quite literally the anchor of the defense. Like
can use the definition.
It cannot be understated. Grover is great. Oh, we'll get to that, Eric. Don't you worry. We'll get there, buddy.
Oh, yes, we will.
We'll get there. So, yeah, we're going to have a whole discussion about there's a lot of crap going on revolving around that decision. But Tyquan Lewis, questionable. I think he'll go. And then another, I feel like every year we kind of travel down this road. Braden Smith, hurt, concussion. And I think I would be remiss if we didn't kind of talk about Ward for a little bit here. He kind of had a breakdown, I guess, and understandably so. I don't know about a breakdown, but obviously he was going through some stuff. He made it very publicly known. I believe he lost his daughter, and he made some comments, fuck football, fuck the money, whatever. It just, for a while there, it just hasn't seemed like his mind has been in it. and now he just went into injured reserve for the second time this season for his third concussion. So, obviously wish him the best, but it's
as you and I are both fathers, like, man, I couldn't imagine where he's at, dude. Like, football would be the last thing I'm worried about right now.
Yeah. So you got to feel like, I don't want to say like, okay, Rivers. I mean, not Rivers. Jesus, thanks, Eric. Now you got Rivers on my. I can't imagine that Javarius Ward. It just didn't seem like he was playing like we had seen him play at the beginning of the year. It seemed like it just kind of started way heavy on him, and it just didn't look like how he did at the beginning of the year. And then he got, one concussion, two concussions, and it's just you could tell he was kind of pulling off a tackle. So I really wish him the best. I hope he makes the best decision for him. A lot of people are talking about, oh, he's done. He's probably played his last down. I hope that's not the case, but if that's what he chooses, hey, I'll understand it too. So
yeah.
Either way, wish him the best. Then we got to talk about Seahawks injuries. Tight end Elijah Arroyo out. Defensive end Mills, questionable. What's his name? Subert?
Yeah.
Put that on there. Questionable.
Eric Subert. Yeah, he's not important to the offense. But
I was like, it doesn't seem like they're hurting too bad, is all I'm saying.
No, they're fine. They're fine. We're the ones missing Sauce Gardner and DeForest Buckner.
We're missing Sauce. We're missing our top two corners again. I feel like the Colts, and I've said this over and over, the Colts have historically not had good corners. Like, they had Vontae Davis for a year. They've had, spots here and there where they've had good corners. But Colts have never been known for having good corners, and I thought that Ward and Sauce was going to break that, and now we're back to starting Jalen Jones and Blackman.
Yeah,
I think is what we're back to again. So it's like, and that's bad news going up against Jackson Smith. Like, this is going to be a tough game in Seattle.
Yeah. But good thing is Jackson Smith and Jigba is really their only offensive weapon that you need to worry about. Because if you look at their receiving spread, it's like JSN with like 1,300 yards, and then after that it's like 300 yards, 200 yards. So like who Sam Darnold's throwing to. So that's the good thing is JSN is
bad
it.
thing is you can't fucking stop it. Nobody
right.
Can stop it.
It's coming.
Holy hell. So obviously Jackson Smith is one of the best, if not the best wide receiver, at least in the league this year. It's the things he's doing is amazing. And I don't understand what Minnesota was doing, letting Sam Darnold go either, but hey, this game, like their defense is playing really good. They're one of the best at getting after the quarterback, which is a segue into what are the Colts doing under center. And obviously Daniel Jones, you feel horrible for him. He was having a great year. And for him to go down the way he did, it just sucks. And it's like, it was because of that broken fibula that he had. He was overcompensating, stepping harder on his right leg so he wouldn't put too much pressure on his left. It was because of that injury. It was. You can't say that it's not related because it is. And it sucks. Like, he was having such a good year. In his actual last couple of games, he was playing really well in those losses. So it sucks, man. And then, Riley Leonard, we talked about it on the AFC South show. He came in and played well. But I guess he tweaked his knee in that game as well. So again, the wheels coming off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen some clips in practice of Riley Leonard, and he looks mobile. He looks like it's not really affecting his throwing. So maybe that's just all it was, just a little tweak. I mean, I voiced my opinion at the beginning of the season about Riley Leonard. I was very excited we got Riley Leonard. I'm not saying he's the next coming of the next great Colts quarterback, but they're
wearing them on the outside now.
Yeah, exactly. They're still wearing the leather helmets. Yeah. But
he's like, man, this shit takes me back.
Yeah. Back to his first kid. But no, I mean, Riley looked good. Filling in for Daniel Jones, had 145 yards. 18 completions on 31 attempts. But
Mhm.
dude, I mean, he didn't look bad in practice. He's looking mobile. I'm hoping this Phillip Rivers thing is just not to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm hoping this Phillip Rivers thing is just a insurance policy. But Riley Leonard looked good. The knee, I'm not really worried about the knee because he's not even on the injury report at all.
No, he's not.
So that's good news if you're thinking Riley Leonard is going to be our starter against Seattle.
That's what we need to talk about. I don't think he is. I really don't. And I'm not saying that because, like, oh my God, I want to see Phillip Rivers. And I'm like, I do. Like, I kind of do want to see this. Like, it could either be an amazing show where he like brings his team together and they somehow get a win in Seattle and but it's most likely just going to be a fucking disaster. But I don't think that you come out of a 5-year retirement. I don't think you do that to come back and back up for the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think that that's something that you do. And he's been getting like the first team work. If you're going into this game and you're starting Riley Leonard, if his knee can go, I'm just saying you don't put Phillip Rivers in the first team reps. Not saying that Riley Leonard didn't take any first team. I'm saying that Phillip Rivers took the bulk of it.
Yeah.
They're gearing up for Phillip Rivers to start on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And if nothing else, this will be one of the most watched games of the weekend just for this. Like it could be a complete
you have a grandpa playing quarterback in the NFL. They're watching this game just for the headlines alone.
Yes. But you know what? A lot of people are talking about game shape. Is he game ready? Is he this? Is he that? And it's like, bro, Phillip Rivers did this for 20 years. And again, him going to the active roster ruins his Hall of Fame eligibility. So you don't also put that on the back burner if you're not coming back to start. So anyway, he knows what it means to be in game shape. He knows what you have to do, and he knows what you. So if he didn't feel that he was in any kind of game shape, I highly doubt he'd accept that phone call and be like, "Yeah, I want to start in Seattle against one of the top defenses and getting to the quarterback." I think he knows what it takes to be out there on that football field. So we're going back here. So
he's playing a very game Seattle defense too, man. Seattle's ranked 7th, top 7 against quarterbacks and receivers, like against the pass. So this is not great at all to bring in somebody who's just basically been just throwing scout team to his high school football team all fall, and now you're playing the 7th ranked pass defense in the NFL.
Okay, but you come into this game but you got to think about it from like a Phillip Rivers mentality. Would he put himself in that position if he was not in any kind of shape to do that?
No, not
I
at
don't
all.
think so.
Not at all.
And if you could look on hey, I'm trying to be a half glass full kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's 5 years rested, baby. Like he's had 5
years.
He's
well rested.
Healing.
He still has that stupid sidearm motion though. I don't understand how he played so long. Yeah, it's like I don't understand his throwing motion, but it worked. I don't get it. But the options out there though. Did you see who they called? I mean, they called Sam Ehlinger, who's right now at the practice squad of the Broncos. So imagine that. Imagine that. So he must really believe that he can get a ring to stay with the Broncos. He's like, oh, I like where I'm at. Bro, we're offering you a starting job. What are you talking about? And then
have you seen, though, these Broncos wins? Have you seen them? If you want to talk about phonies, I'm just saying.
Yeah. And then they reached out to Ryan Tannehill, and Ryan Tannehill declined. Apparently they called Andrew Luck. I don't know if he picked up the phone or not, but I don't know why Andrew Luck looks skinny, dude. He looks like the size of Jaden Daniels.
You talk about game shape.
Yeah. He's not fat. He's the opposite of that spectrum.
That dude
there.
Is nowhere near it. He looks lanky.
Oh yeah. He's enjoying it. He's eating a lot of salads these days.
Break in half from attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they reached out to people, but They didn't
And-
reach out to the right people.
Who's the right people?
People who are starting caliber.
Like honestly, like
Oh,
if they're starting college, they're already starting.
I don't know.
Like,
Dude.
I'm sorry, there are people on they should have called Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, well, I mean,
Stop, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
oh,
Stop it. Should've
I'm not
called
saying
Cam
call
Newton. I'm sorry.
Kaepernick. Actually,
I'm saying,
dude,
you-
Cam
you-
Newton was kind of upset. He quoted and said it was a
It's
slap in the face. Like,
Oh, let's put up a stat of 2020 Phillip Rivers in your last season in the NFL. That's why the fuck they called Rivers and not you. I'm just saying.
I mean,
you didn't
I
look
would at
good.
least give
And
the
you-
mobility
you're like, yeah.
factor. I would give the mobility factor an edge to Cam Newton, though.
I think they went with familiarity with the system. He's a lot
Yes.
more like Rivers knows Steichen's system. He played with Indianapolis. He knows the team. 14 of the players are still there from when he played.
Yeah.
So and he knows
Well-
Steichen really well. So
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. To add to that, like, so knowing Steichen, right? Not just knowing Steichen, but knowing Steichen's system, knowing his tendencies, knowing his verbiage. He was his his quarterback's coach in San Diego back when the Chargers were in San Diego. And when Steichen came back for a second stint with the Chargers as their offensive coordinator. So there is a familiarity there. So that part right there actually does make me feel good that there is that familiarity between the two.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I firmly believe Sunday it will be Phillip Rivers starting, and I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show.
mhm.
I'm not at all gonna sit here and say the Colts are gonna pick up a win. Like I don't think they are. If I'm being completely transparent, whether it's Riley Leonard, Phillip Rivers, I don't think it matters. But if they win, hey, that'll be great. It's much needed. Right now, they're on the outside looking into the playoffs, which, 5 weeks ago, that was an insane statement to be saying because they were staring at being one of the top teams in the AFC at that point. So,
Well, I don't think it's a player's fault, though. I think it's the play calling. Getting too fancy, trying to pass the ball with a quarterback that wasn't the recipe for success the first quarter or first, third of the season. Like, come on, dude. You ran the ball and you won games. You stopped running the ball and you lost games. So doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Woo!
So, and this goes all the way back, like the bad. I mean, there's a long history of Steichen bad play calling, bad game management, bad decisions, so on and so forth. Jonathan Taylor not running in a fourth quarter. Like, this goes back years. But if you look at this season and you start at the Chiefs game and you saw how that second half was going, and I remember, I don't know if I texted you or when I noticed that when they went out for the coin toss for overtime against Kansas City, it was Mahomes and Zaire Franklin. And Zaire, they won the toss, and Franklin went receive. And it seemed like he just completely disrespected Mahomes and walked away from him. Like Mahomes was going to shake his hand, Zaire just walked away. And I don't think that's what it was. I think this was Franklin knew that it was stupid to receive that ball at overtime. Coach's decision. Receive the ball, 3 and out. They lose to the Chiefs in overtime. And then they come out, what was it? The next week, wasn't that Houston after Kansas City?
Believe so.
And what do the Colts do? At home, you elect to receive, so you defer to the second half. You defer to kick in the second half. You receive in the first, and you go pass, punt. What did you not learn about the overtime loss to Kansas City? And you come right out and do the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did they do against Jacksonville? The defense did great. Yeah, Jacksonville gained a first down. They punted on their opening drive, and they gave you decent field position, and you called a pass play that wound up in a pick.
Correct.
Fire Steichen. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's so obvious. And it's easy to say this now. Yeah, at 7-1, I was kind of trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but against good teams, look at what's happened. We hit that tough part of the schedule, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with running the ball. Even when you're down, if you have a running back as dynamic as Jonathan Taylor, you still run the ball. It's different if you have a mediocre running back that you can't put your faith in. But at any given time, Jonathan Taylor can break 60 yards for a touchdown. At any given time. He's done it multiple times this season. So
70,
why
yards.
would you think we're down 2 touchdowns? We should throw the ball. No, fool. Run the ball with Jonathan Taylor because he can make it happen.
But the only time they've been down like that to even justify it was against Jacksonville. So why the fuck are we going away from Jonathan Taylor so much? The only reason that they won in Atlanta, first of all, the reason it went to overtime was because he went away from the run. The only reason they won in overtime is because he went back to it.
Yeah.
Well, not in Atlanta. It was overseas against Atlanta, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I know. Come on.
It's Steichen doesn't know what he's doing. And now it's apparent that they were winning in spite of Steichen to start the year and not because of. And I'm sorry. He did a comment here. If he gets fired, well, I don't think it's if. The Colts were 7-1 and they're staring 8-9 in the face. I don't think it's if. I think he's going to get fired. Who are they going to replace him with?
I don't think the sisters are dumb though, man. Especially not as much as Carly Ursay Gordon is tapped in on the sideline. Like, I think in her head, she's hearing like, why are we passing the ball all this much? Because you think she's writing the checks. She sees how much Jonathan Taylor's making. The dude was the top running back in the league for 8 weeks in a row. So why? She's probably in her head saying, why are we not doing this, Shane? So I don't think she's the type to forget that. So come the end of the season, if things don't work out, this is a talk that's like, hey, remember when my dad and us and y'all sat down and talked? Well, things haven't changed. Okay. You squandered it because you tried to get fancy. So now let's have another talk.
And to your point, and everyone else complaining that she's a meddling owner on the sidelines, clearly she's not meddling. We all see the problem here, and it's pass. 3rd and 10, run. What in the fuck are you doing, bro?
Right.
So if she were meddling, we'd know it.
Yeah, you see her over there. Hey, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Right. She's not. She's just standing over there, writing her notes, being a good owner.
Yeah, I don't think it. I mean, if Phillip Rivers can get the Colts into the playoffs, we can have that discussion about who's going to call the plays. But I think right now it's a little. I don't think we can talk playoffs. Like it's. Yeah, I mean Shane Steichen is not a good play caller. It can't. Be
I like
worse.
Jim Bob Cooter.
It can't be worse.
Like some of my favorite work from Jim Bob Cooter is when he was with the Lions.
That's one hell of a play call by that Cooter.
So sidebar, I learned today out in Florida, I was watching a Theo Vaughn interview with Miles Teller, and apparently the town where Miles Teller's from, they have what's called a Cooter Fest or Cooter Fest or something like that.
Jesus.
So the story behind that is there's a turtle there that's called a cooter, but it started off being called a cuda, and then of course it became a cooter, and then so it's like the big joke is like Cooter Fest. But sorry, anyway, so I thought that was funny.
Cooter Fest.
Yeah.
So I think we're in agreement right now that it's probably. I would be actually surprised if it's Riley Leonard under center to start the game. I honestly would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I want it. I obviously we don't want either of these guys starting under center. We want Daniel Jones because he was playing so well to this point. Yeah. And people can argue like, oh, Anthony Richardson. Well, okay, well he snapped. I mean. not his fault. You can make the jokes that he snapped himself in the face with a rubber band. That's not what happened. the band broke and popped him in the face. Like that's a freak accident.
Yeah. Do you think
have to
though
believe-
youthful Riley Leonard gives us a better chance than an immobile Phillip Rivers?
It's hard to say. I mean, he played well against Jacksonville, but they were playing so soft. Seattle doesn't play that way, and I think he'd have
Jacksonville's
a really
defense
rough
is
time.
pretty good,
But they play off and the game was kind of already in hand at that point.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's
all
just
right. Okay. I mean, I liked what I saw from Riley Leonard, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, I'm a Riley Leonard fan, but put that aside, I mean, I thought he did pretty good, man.
He did. Obviously,
but if Phillip comes in and struggles, then it's like, okay, like go Riley, go out there.
But it's like, okay, so Phillip Rivers, we know that he loves his tight end, and I'm not talking about
Antonio Gates. I get it. Yeah.
He's got Tyler Warren, who has kind of disappeared from the game plan, which is another Steichen thing that I'm not understanding. So Tyler Warren really hasn't been productive the last few games when he was one of the most productive tight ends going into those last 5-game stretch.
And our team's leading receiver.
And the team's leading receiver. So you've got guys like Pittman. He's not a deep ball threat. He's a possession guy. He's someone that'll fight for that extra yards. You've got Josh Downs. You've got I don't know if Phillip Rivers necessarily needs to be able to throw the ball 40-plus yards. He's got guys that can do shit underneath and be very lethal at.
I wouldn't do that if I were him. I would take what the defense gives you. But what have we seen historically from over-the-hill quarterbacks? They're going to target their tight end almost exclusively. So this should be a monster game for Tyler Warren, a monster game.
So preview to Kingmaker, start Tyler Warren.
Start of the week, Tyler Warren.
Especially if it's Phillip Rivers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Start Tyler Warren.
For sure. But, I mean, because looking at the spread, like we talked about all season, one of the great things about what Daniel Jones was doing is he was spreading the ball around to the open receiver. So look at our top 3 the top 3 yardage for receivers. Okay. Alec Pierce, who finally beat out Tyler Warren eventually, 769 yards. Tyler Warren, 699 yards. Michael Pittman Jr., 699 yards. And then you got Jonathan Taylor, 300 yards. So, that's really good. So we've got 3 receivers with about 700 yards apiece, whereas Seattle has 1 receiver at 1,300 yards, and then the next guy under him is at 300 yards. So, I would rather have 3 700-yard receivers than just the one 1,300. Right.
We're talking about 2,100 yards to 1,300 yards.
Yeah, because if that guy goes down, then boom, now you got a bunch of nobodies, but as Isaiah likes to call a bunch of number 2s out there.
That's fine. Hey, this is some money ball shit right here. We want this production instead of this one guy that does all this shit. Look at what it's doing in Minnesota. I mean, Justin Jefferson's one of the best receivers in the league. What good is it doing Minnesota right now? Well, other than the fact that they got rid of Darnold.
It's stupid.
I don't know what they were seeing in JJ McCarthy, but holy hell. Maybe he'll be better next year. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it ain't looking
my point was to Rivers, taking what the defense gives you and use these guys, because clearly they can be used in that capacity. Clearly.
And honestly, I don't know the guys. You weren't here when I said it, but when they drafted Alec Pierce, I said he's got the size and the speed to be a true number 1 wide receiver. Obviously, that first year he was here with Matt Ryan was train wreck all around. Alec Pierce was kind of inconsistent when the ball did get there. It was a brutal season.
Yeah,
he really came on strong last year, and obviously he's continued that this year. He's catching just about everything that's thrown at him. He's a big play guy still, and he's making huge catches. while there's good coverage, like he's making contested catches. He's playing like a one. I'm just throwing it out there. He's played himself into an extension.
Yeah, he's getting extended, especially with them shipping out Adonai Mitchell. Yeah, Pierce is coming back for sure.
Dude,
like they better get the deal done before the season's over.
Yeah, and then these fickle ass Colts fans saw Adonai Mitchell finally do something with the Jets. Like we got like eight catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. I'm like, bro, that's because he's the number one guy in New York right now.
Like who else do they have to throw the ball
to?
Yeah.
Of course he's going to get him stats. It's on a shitty team and he's the only option. Like, what are you talking about
and
here?
John Mechie looks good too. So you don't hear Texans fans out there like, oh, well, see, John Mechie was good the whole time. No, dude. It's just necessity.
Jeez. Blind squirrel eventually finds a nut.
At the end of the day, it's still the Jets, people. Calm down.
It's still the Jets, bro. So, I mean, I know we've already talked about. Well, before we go into keys to win for this game. Next coach, offensive guy, defensive guy, or just a culture guy. I'm honestly tired of the culture guy. I'm tired of the friend. We've been through Pagano. We've been through Reich. We're tired of it. And it's
we don't need a culture guy. The franchise isn't in disarray. Like we just lost our owner. Rest in peace to Big Jim. But our culture's fine. Like our culture's always been great, actually.
Yeah. So I actually really love the hire of D'Amico Ryans in Houston. When we're going through that coaching search, I was really high up on D'Amico Ryans. It's obvious why he went to Houston. Those ties there, of course, he was going to go to Houston. But I love D'Amico Ryans. I mean, we've gone through that offensive mind. We've gone through defensive mind. And it's just there has to be the guy who has done this before, understands. So that's why you said Robert Saleh, and I'd agree with it because that it was not his fault, dude. That Jets defense was playing great.
It was the Jets. We always say that it's the Jets.
They forced this like wasn't that the Aaron Rodgers year, and they brought in his face from Denver who was terrible.
They brought in his boy from Green Bay, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, that's what. But wasn't he in Denver, and then Nathaniel Hackett went to the Jets? I thought Denver was his prior stop to there.
Maybe you might be right.
Either way,
you might be right on that. But yeah, they brought this guy in.
Shit,
didn't work.
And then they fired. They canned Saleh, and I'm like, dude, but I'm a defensive coach, and our defense is playing.
That's why I love the fact that he went to Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin don't play that. That's his team.
Yeah.
So because Aaron Rodgers ain't MVP Aaron Rodgers no more, so it's not like you got to kiss his butt. The Jets thought he was going to be MVP Aaron Rodgers. No. Didn't work out.
No.
So give me all Robert Saleh, bro.
I don't blame the Jets. I'm not saying that Robert Saleh is going to come here and get a Super Bowl. We can't know that. But I'm saying what I saw with the Jets, he got a coordinator he didn't want. That guy sucked. He's a great defensive-minded coach. I think if you ultimately press the reset button in Indianapolis, the coaching staff's gone. I wouldn't mind a legacy guy or two staying. Mathis,
Reggie Wayne's going to stay. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that. That doesn't need to change. But obviously, head coach, coordinators. So I wouldn't mind bringing in Robert Saleh, who can have a defensive coordinator, but it'd be his defensive mind. He just has to find the right OC.
I think Robert Saleh can come in and take this really good defense and make them elite the way D'Amico has done with the Texans. Like I firmly believe that because Robert Saleh knows defensive football. Every defense he's ever had has been good.
Yeah. And I'm getting there's a lot of talent on this team. There really is.
And the players respect him. That's the key thing I saw in New York. Even though they were losing and the organization there sucks, but the players respected Robert Saleh.
Yeah. So I don't. The Jets are the Jets. I don't know why they fired him. Jets are going to jet.
Yeah. Jets sucks.
So I'm in agreement with you on that one. I would not hate at all for them to bring in Saleh as the next head coach. I think he's a fiery guy. I don't think he's the culture friend guy in the we're gonna chop some wood and we're gonna look at the film. I don't think he's one of those guys.
He's we're strapping our helmets, we're going to work.
Fix this shit.
Yeah. So what about an offensive guy? Do you have an offensive guy in mind, do you think? Because I got one. I'm not crazy about it, but I got one.
I can't think any right now, to be honest with you.
So my guy, like I said, not crazy about it, but Cliff Kingsbury. The only thing is, I don't think we have the pieces that would fit his offense. We don't have like the air raid quarterback, because I expect us to re-sign Daniel Jones. I do. Good thing for the team, though, is that we're going to get him at a massive discount. Sadly enough, to the injury, I hate to see it. We don't, on this show, we don't want to see anybody get hurt ever. It doesn't even matter if it's the other team. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, but discounts will save us money.
Just kind of want to give a shout out on this one. You talk, like, obviously at this AFC South show, there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of banter between all of us, a lot of shit talking. And obviously when the game in Jacksonville was going on, like there was a lot of back and forth. And, when Daniel Jones went down, the boys over at Third and Teal, they're like, dude, like he was having such a good year. It's like, this is not what you want to see. Like this, like, that's just so.
Yeah, it was very classy by those guys over there. So shout out
to them just for not being dicks about it.
Because most people would be like, ha ha ha.
No. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that on them. And also, Isaiah and I were in our first agreement that was not an interception that Riley Leonard threw. I'm just saying. It was not.
Even the commentators were like, Ty goes to the receiver all times.
I don't even know how you okay, we're going off on our tangent, but fuck it.
Sorry. Michael
Pittman went up. Both of his hands were on the ball. And then the defender just kind of grabbed his arms, and then they both went down together. So I'm like, did the ref think that the football hit the defender in the chest? Because that isn't what happened at all. Michael Pittman never lost possession of the football. So now what you're saying is if a receiver catches it, all the defender has to do is put his two hands on the ball, and it's a pick.
That's the precedent.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's because that's not the rule, guy. So
because he had the catch, he had possession. It wasn't bobbled. He had possession. What are we doing?
Just because both, like, what are we doing here?
Bro, the refs are so bad this year.
They're so bad.
Like, the commentators aren't even on their side either. And aren't they supposed to be kind of on the same page, right?
They're supposed to be neutral, like, well, okay, that was the call, and just kind of move past it.
Like really the Texans field goal kick. They're like, oh, he missed that. Wait, they're saying he made it? Like, they were shocked.
I didn't think that was inside the pole. All right. It's not a reviewable play. Moving forward.
Yeah, the officiating's been horrible this year.
The pass interference on Kenny Moore. Where did he even touch the receiver? Like J.J. Watt was like, he's a legacy Texans guy, and he was even like, yeah, that's not pass interference.
Yeah.
And that was definitely delay of game. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
So it's
I hope they actually the league cracks down on these guys, because this is ridiculous.
They've got to. It's bad. And I'm not saying that interception against Jacksonville changes that outcome at all. It didn't. It's just, and what if it was a close game?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't make that call. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like,
because you're affecting outcomes at that point. You can't do that, man.
Yeah. It's so bad, and it's not just the Colts. Obviously, we watch. Like, I mostly just watch the Colts games, and every once in a while I have Red Zone and stuff on. I'll watch. Like, shit, I got to be up at like 5:30 in the morning, so watching all of Monday Night Football is off the table. But I'll try to watch at least the first half. Try to watch as much football outside of the Colts as I can. But so I don't see all the bad calls that are happening, but it's well documented. You watch social media, it's like, okay, what in the hell are we doing? So they've got to fix it, man. It's so bad. It's gotten so bad. but another time.
Yeah.
So I think it's obvious. We got to get into keys to victory. Yeah, too much gambling involved in the NFL now. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Did you hear about that
And
one Memphis player?
Mm-mm.
Then so this one receiver or something like that for Memphis. He allegedly got caught gambling on games where he would like catch the ball and then he'd wide open touchdown and he'd run out of bounds like shaving points.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I saw that.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, dude. Whew, that's a quick way to end your career before it even gets started. You're still in college and you're doing stuff like that. You're an idiot. But yeah, keys to victory.
So hold on. On this note, in that game, I needed 17 total yards for Jonathan Taylor, rushing or receiving. Throws that pick, Jonathan Taylor never sets on the field again. I just needed 17 yards. I needed 17 yards for like $120 payout.
He could have got that on one touch, bro.
How many people needed 81 yards for Jonathan Taylor? I know if you bet on player stats, you're probably raising your hand. Of course he didn't get it. There was that one game, I don't know how many of you guys out there like do prize picks and stuff like that, but I put in my parlay. It was the Steelers and the Bengals. TJ Watt was over under for 4 tackles. I'm like, how do you not get 4 tackles against the Bengals? Bro, we got 1 tackle in that game, and it came in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
They have like the worst offensive line in football, and he got 1 tackle through in it. Everybody's parlay got fucked because of that. Anyway,
yeah,
I do think that that there's no one took the under on 4 tackles. I'm just saying.
I think in this game, if you want to bet, you could take Seattle for at least 2 sacks. Phillip ain't. I said at least. Okay, what? Actually, it would be like what 2.5, right?
You know, if it's Phillip Rivers, he has a really quick release, and I don't think he's an indecisive quarterback. I think if it is Riley Leonard, I would take at least 2. I think with how fast Phillip Rivers gets rid of the football, maybe not.
Seattle's got 2 guys with 7 sacks apiece. They're defensive end and defensive tackle on the same side, Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy.
I'm just saying, I don't want to see Phillip Rivers get sacked more than twice.
It's probably going to happen because he ain't quick enough to get out of that pocket.
Just exactly. Do that shot put, maybe.
I hate his throwing motion
I don't know
so
how
much. I hate it so much.
So that's definitely key to victory. Doesn't matter if it's. I mean, this is a given. Keep them clean, fast plays, get the ball out quick. And Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, this is a run. They're going to have to run the ball because if you're going to start Phillip Rivers, you don't have that athleticism that Daniel Jones brought to the table. He's not going to be able to get out of the pocket and scurry for 11, 12 yards. Phillip ain't doing that, man. Phillip's going to just throw the ball away and figure it out on the next one.
Yeah.
So, this is a run the ball game. Look for Tyler Warren real close and just let him do the things that he does.
Hey, if you need 7 yards, run him on a 7-yard play.
Yeah,
that's all you need. You don't need Phillip Rivers throwing 30, 40-yard passes. You don't need it. Dink and dunk, possession. I don't give a shit if you win 10-7. Don't care. Possess the ball, get first downs, keep Phillip Rivers clean, and run the damn ball. This has got to be a dirty game. This has got to be it's got to be a brawl. Is what it's going to have to be for the
If you control possession, then you're limiting JSN, their 1,300-yard receiver, limit him through the air, and then they've got 2 running backs over there that I like a lot. I like Kenneth Walker and I like Zach Charbonnet. I mean, they're using both of those guys pretty equally. I mean, Kenneth Walker's got 170 touches. Zach Charbonnet's got 130 touches. You know, together they got about 1,300 yards on the season. So, I mean, they're spreading the ball out pretty. Yeah, and no Buckner, bro. Oh, my goodness.
It's like
That's
you run it right side every time.
yeah. So I mean, the Seahawks are doing the smart thing, other than like just feeding one receiver. But not DK's there. I mean, dude, it's the JSN show.
Yeah.
And their dynamic tight end, their rookie tight end Elijah Arroyo, he's out. So, bro, just lock down JSN, and you're good.
And the other thing I don't understand, it seems like it always happens when we play Jacksonville. Our pass rush is gone. Like, our pressure rate has been really good this year. Latu has been really good at least creating disruption. I didn't see any of that in Jacksonville. Like, this year, the Colts have been actually really good at least rushing a play, hurrying up a play. They've been there. They might not have gotten home, but they've been right there.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that against Jacksonville, and their line is not great. They've been playing better, but they're not great.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah, not having Buck there is definitely
backfield.
affecting getting to the quarterback, getting in the backfield for sure.
Yeah.
But that shows the amount of respect that offensive coordinators give a player like DeForest Buckner to say, hey, we need to double this guy. We need to, we need to at least chip this guy. And that frees up Latu to get those 5.5 sacks that he's gotten so far this year. So, I mean, we can get it done. As far as tackles go, I mean, Zaire Franklin's got 94 of them, and Nick Cross has got 89 from the safety position. So, like, Nick Cross is making plays.
Dude, Nick Cross is playing. He's been playing good this year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say he's Bob Sanders, but
his biceps aren't big enough to be Bob Sanders.
He has been like flying all over the field. He's been making some big tackles. Maybe I'm crazy, but you see bad calls and immediately say compensating calls against all every time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what are you saying our key to victory is on offense?
Like you said, if you're going to pass the ball, it's got to get the ball out fast and run heavy with Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
That's what you got to do on offense.
So
it doesn't matter if it's Riley or if it's Phillip. That's got to be your game plan.
Oh yeah, I think the game plan should be the same for both those guys. The only difference is if Riley gets in trouble, he can actually move. But that's on him. I wouldn't design that, but it's like, hey, if the play breaks down, you at least have the ability. But so on defense, minus a Buckner, which hurts so much. What are we thinking our key to victory on defense is going to be?
Pass rush. That's the only way that's going to bail out our corners. I mean, we don't have Sauce. We don't have Ward. Bynum's doing what he can. But, man, you're going to have to double JSN.
Doubling JSN is what I think you're going to have to do. Because it's clear, looking at the numbers, it's clear he is their whole offense. Now, don't get me wrong, Sam Darnold has become a good quarterback. He's accurate. He's finding this guy in space. But JSN has actually done a lot of this stuff on his own, too. He has a lot of yards after catch.
Lou Anarumo is going to have to get really creative with his defensive packages. He's going to have to find a way to confuse Sam Darnold, and he's going to have to force him into mistakes. Like, they're going to have to turn the ball. Like, they're going to have to get 2 or 3 turnovers in this game.
I believe that Lou can do it because the Seahawks offense has become one-dimensional with JSN. Yeah. So I believe that Lou can do it. I think it's good for us. I think it's going to come down to what we do on offense.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't anticipate this being it could turn into a high-scoring game. I don't think that favors the Colts in this one. If the Colts were doing what they did in the first 8 weeks, I would say that a track meet favors the Colts. But given our situation, it definitely doesn't here. If it turns into a track meet, that means JSN's going off and the game plan has gone off the rails. So I feel like the Colts best. It has to stay a low-scoring game. It's got to turn into one of those slugfests. Like, what running game is better in this one?
I
Yeah,
would be okay if it was a defensive battle because I believe in our running back more than theirs.
Yeah. But it's a hard game, man. We don't even know who's under center at this point. It's almost Saturday, so it's really hard to throw out any kind of predictions. So,
And they're in Seattle too. That makes it worse. They're playing in Seattle.
I think it's
with
been
their
Rivers this
their
whole time. They
12s
just
or
don't want to say
whatever.
it. I think they want to keep Seattle guessing for as long as possible. Is it going to be Riley? Is it going to be Rivers? When we all know it's probably going to be Rivers.
And I think they know that too, because you wouldn't bring him in. Like I kind of want Riley Leonard to get the start because I feel like he can offer more, especially with his legs or his mobility. I won't say his legs like he's some like stud running quarterback or nothing, but
it would be a nice swerve. Like everybody is thinking it's probably going to be Rivers on Sunday. Just be like, yeah, it's Riley Leonard. All right.
And then just use Phillip as the backup in case Riley Leonard goes out there and sucks it up, then Phillip can come in and kind of clean up the pieces, look like a hero.
Yeah. Either way, you got a prediction?
So ESPN's got this spread at 46.5. They got Seattle by 3.5. As it sits right now with the uncertainty at quarterback, I do got to give the win to Seattle. I do think Seattle's going to get it because they're in Seattle as well. That's always been a factor with their fan base there. So I am going to go 26-17 in favor of Seattle.
Yeah. I'm going to hope that the Colts do keep it close. I don't think that the Colts are going to go into Seattle and win this game. It's just kind of based on how everything was going leading into this game, even if it was Daniel Jones. It's just these last 4 or 5 weeks have been really kind of brutal. I probably still would have given the nod to Seattle, but I would have said they would have covered that spread of 46.5. Now I don't think so. I do think that the Lou Anarumo can be creative enough to slow down Seattle. But I do think they win this game. I'll say Seattle. I'm going to say 23-17. I don't want to say it, but
yeah.
Or Phillip Rivers comes in and balls the fuck out, goes for 500 yards.
Imagine the group chat if that happens.
God, that'd be amazing. Dude, could you imagine if he comes up and puts 300 plus? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Some high school coach comes in.
Some grandpa with look at Al Bundy.
Legit grandpa.
Just balls out for this team. That'd be amazing. I'm not saying it's going to happen. Please don't bet on it.
I haven't been so interested in watching a Colts game all year as I am right now.
I'm not excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm just interested. The storyline's intriguing. But, I mean, I'm not optimistic that the Colts are going to go to Seattle and pick up this win. It's just it'll be it's a fun story, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you got to look at the light side of things. We're staring 8-9 in the face, and it's it reminds me of that season where Jeff Saturday came in. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what this reminds me of. It's just that's what it reminds me of. He might. Again, I wouldn't bet on it, but he might.
Yeah. But it is going to be nice to have such experience on the field, because it's almost like having another coach on the field.
Yeah. Because
the guy's seen everything. He wore leather helmets, like you said. So he's seen it all. He saw the evolution of the forward pass. He still throws like Johnny Unitas.
Jesus.
Now, Johnny loads back and throws the ball in the air.
Grainy ass where it looked like Tecmo Bowl on TV.
Bleep,
He's
bleep,
not
bleep,
that
bleep,
old.
bleep, bleep.
It's not that old.
Was he from Madden 05? Yep.
Yeah. 04? 05?
No,
When he
05,
was?
back when Drew Brees was with the Chargers.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Yeah.
The
Yeah. But I mean,
quality
it'll be a
graphics.
fun weekend. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to a fun weekend of football.
Yeah.
And I
Is
don't
it going
know
to
if
be
you
on
guys are
local
paying.
network or which?
Bro, I don't know. Let me hold on a second. I don't know. I was curious about that too. I don't know. Like
CBS,
obviously,
but I never know it
you're
like
not
in the
gonna
Houston market.
flex this game to any prime time, but
No.
like just the storyline would be intriguing enough to be like, fuck it, we'll put it as one of the two games that's national.
Dude, yes.
So let me
Like I feel like if I'm the network, I want to see how this plays out. Like I want the world to see this.
It's a
But
3:00 game, isn't it?
it's 3:00. Yeah, so that's good. At least it's gonna be. At least it's gonna be in there's less games to compete with. Because most of the games are all noon games anyway. So, but that's a plus.
So 3:30. Oh, and I'm on Saturday. Hold on.
Ah, come on. What you got?
Come
Jeff
on.
Saturday on the brain, bro. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like, why is there no
14th,
football on? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, it'll be on CBS. Yeah, we're getting the Lions at LA and Colts at Seattle. So it is one of the games on TV. Why the
Okay.
hell do I even have Sunday ticket?
Shoot, that's gonna
The
be
last
awesome.
like 4 weeks they've been locally shown. But yeah, so
Well, it's only other ones because it was the Chiefs. That's the only reason. Because Romo had to geek out on the Chiefs.
oh my god,
It's like Romo, they're not gonna hire you, dude. Chill.
dude. He and Chris Collinsworth are insufferable
Collinsworth will bring up Patrick Mahomes when the Chiefs aren't even playing.
for no reason. Oh, that kind of looks like something Mahomes would do. Jesus Christ, Collinsworth. Why do you have, like, no matter what, why do you have to bring this dude up?
Yeah.
Dude, could you imagine a booth with him and Joe Buck?
Oh gosh, I would not watch that game. I don't care what it is. I'll watch it. Whatever it is, I'll mute. Exactly, dude.
I'll watch it on the Spanish channel.
Yeah, I would. I ain't gonna lie. I cannot stand Collinsworth. And then I've never liked Joe Buck. And I hate that they're putting. I hate that they're putting Joe Buck across other platforms like baseball and hockey and all.
I like RG3, but
what did you say? What about signing RG3?
I like RG3, but
I don't know if he's in game shape though. Like he's
Rivers. I mean,
he's in. Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But no, RG3 is like just straight commentating. I doubt he would even answer the phone for something like that. He hasn't even played even recently, like even before Rivers. So it's fun to talk about, but as far as RG3, nah.
probably not.
Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed they even called Andrew Luck. Like, look at how skinny Yet Boy is right now. Nah, dude.
I hope that's not a true. So up there, like, hey, what do you think we should do at quarterback instead of be like, hey, you want to come out of retirement?
Yeah.
Because we've seen him, and it's like, bro, he needs to gain like 100 pounds.
Yeah, that dude's wearing like a medium large shirt right now. Like,
bro, he's like 2 seasons away from being back in game shape. Like, he is not staying in football. He's in golf shape. Like, this dude.
Yeah, he's got his golf body going.
This dude is not playing football.
No, not at all.
Bring him in as GM or some shit. That's great, but to quarterback, he's a few seasons away from being able to do that.
I would love Andrew Luck to come in as GM, because then you've got like a former player as your GM. Come on, man. But now, as far as RG3, no, I just don't think he would have been worth a phone call only because, yeah, I mean he knows he ain't playing again. It's not even. I don't
think he'd answer.
It's fun to toss around, but nah. Tannehill did make sense though. Like I could have seen Tannehill.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
It'll be a fun football weekend. So y'all enjoy. I mean, we are thinking it'll be a Colts loss, but hey, storylines. It should be a fun game either way. So y'all enjoy. Hopefully we're wrong. and it'll be a victory Monday when we come back to Unstabled and this AFC South show. So again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. Do the same on this AFC South show. Obviously, the flagship, the mother channel of all these sister channels. But yeah, do us the favor, get us to those 100 subscribers. You can see it on the scrolling thing at the bottom. When we get there, we're doing a jersey giveaway. So you have to like an episode. You have to be subscribed to win. So make sure you do that. Y'all have a good, safe, and fun weekend, and we'll see y'all next time. Y'all be good people.